Good morning, good afternoon, and welcome everybody. I'm your host, Talos Mobis, and today you're gonna only have me around. I hope that you do not mind my company. Today we're looking at Thundering Thursdays, well, as you saw the title, riding through the narrative. The reason the title is named as such is because we're gonna be reviewing the narrative in action, something that I was aiming to do for a while, but I kind of got sidetracked with everything else. For Team A, we got teammate number 1 with the Rezel, myself with the Narrative C-Packs, the teammate number 3 with the Sakadoga, teammate number 4 with the S Gundam, and teammate number 5 with the Double Zeta mass production type. Now, this is already a very solid team. Surprisingly, no supports, meaning no observational data link, which in Arctic base it will be something, alright. For Team B, the number 1 is a Narrative C-Packs, number 2 is the Silver Bullet, number 3 is the Sakodoga, another one, number 4 is the Cuval, and number 5 it's the Full Armor Gundam Type B. Now their team, although it has a good front line, it misses the presence that our team has. So let's look at it, shall we? Let us view the battle.
We're entering the combat area. Whoever's ready, sortie now!
And the Narrative C-Packs is the best, probably right now 650 raid, having every tool in its arsenal that it may need to, well, cause a bit of havoc in the front line and the enemy supports. At over 20,000 health, it's very tanky for how lean it is in mobile suit. It has two instances with the primary beam rifle and the beam shield, or the beam shield cannon to specify, suppressive fire with its Vulcans and the missiles on the field, and finally two melee weapons, which is the basic blow and the double beam saber. Already we're seeing that I'm dealing with a Silver Bullet, but due to the Silver Bullet having no dodge roll, I'm able to melee lock him before he can really get away with anything. Manages to get away and tackle. A dodge roll. Right now, as you can see, that's why I said that I accidentally almost hit the Sakadoga there. Meanwhile, I was getting stunned in the back. I don't know why it didn't activate entity. There you go. I activated entity probably late to use the Psycho Jack, although it didn't really matter for how long. Trying to use the missiles, not stun teammates. And we're leading the front. I will be honest, having a slow support in Arctic space is very much a disadvantage rather than an advantage. I can understand using it for, well, the attempt to make up for the lack of observational data link. While here we can now repair while we're taking advantage of the awakening to have the Narrative C-Packs at full power. During awakening, the blow of the narrative changes into Saku Wave. A melee weapon that acts kind of like a very long-range beam saber. Imagine something about the size of the enhanced Double Zeta. Having what I like to call the Psycho Flick, the charged attack of the heavy attack at full charge, allows you to get a guaranteed heavy stagger at range, which ignores maneuver armor. Right there. Also, the Narrative C-Packs has a maneuver armor and offense system. Right here I was getting stun locked. And finally dead. I was, if I'm correct, their third kill, or maybe second kill for this round. We got a kill and we lost teammate again. We are probably gonna be leading by good side. Yeah, there is a good lead right now in the scoreboard. So yeah.
We've lost an allied unit. Supporting fire incoming. Long range supporting fire is a go.
We see the MP Zeta actually surviving pretty well. It's a very complete kit. Even at 650 it will perform a lot better than most other units, so it's no surprise it survived as long as it did. Also, a good player can make it work really well. We're waiting to respawn all together, obviously.
See you soon.
And we're back in. I went up top because I had noticed the enemies to our left, so tried to get as much cover as possible. I got hit by the heavy stagger shot of the Type B, the full armor. I clicked the teammate's backbinder, or the furnace of the transform stage, let's say. Surprising the unfortunate support with a guaranteed death because of how much power the melee of the Narrative C-Packs has, and if used appropriately, the Narrative C-Packs can not only melee lock but easily decimate. And cleared another unit. You can see the cycle waves in action. Again, incredible range. Allied hit me, but I still got the kill. Now, the Narrative has counter boost, which I don't think that I got to showcase, but the counter boost also allows the charge of the heavy to be quicker, which I'd say is a big deal. Psycho Flick caught him, and yeah, cleared. I will be honest, the amount of movement that the Narrative C-Packs has is a lot, and this was one of my first matches with it, so it was still getting used to how agile it was, or how long I would be stuck in animations and everything. But once you get to realize how agile this thing is, offense system. And finally dead, but I brought the Narrative C-Packs to way below half health. Now I should mention also the Narrative C-Packs has a really good build-up stun on all of its weapons. Even the beam rifle has the average 20%, but the beam cannon has, if I'm correct, 40% build-up stun. Turn it up with the missiles, and you can build up stun really well. The Vulcans have a really good build-up stun of 5 or 6% again.
See you soon.
And we're back in, and this is the last 2 minutes. This is pretty much where the most of the match matters. Here I was tempted to attack, but I realized that there was no point getting up there. You couldn't get up there even if you wanted to. You could just twist around and wait for thruster gate. Got stunned or suppressed stunned. Cannon stunned me and it saved me partially. Really quick recovery, meaning that the full armor type could not recover quickly enough. Side slap, dead. Shooting through the smoke, just at the middle of where the health bar is. And we are back to this again. This poor bullet. I don't know how I connect that. I guess because the shield broke, count as me melee piloting him. Either way, the Rezel finished him off pretty effectively, and the Rezel finished off also the silver bullet, allowing us to have a breather. We're damaging the base just to, you know, cause a little bit of suspense, I guess you could say. The Cubile ignores me entirely, allowing me to get to the Psycho Flick backwards, backswing. Another backswing, another neutral swing for almost 6,000 damage. Again, the Narrative C-Packs got insane damage. Instead of building for its resistance, it's built for its insane damage. Once again, incredible damage, 3,500 damage on the beam rifle, even though the beam rifle has the disadvantage of me using the melee specialized program, therefore it does 3% less damage. Imagine, even with that 3% can be up to, well, depending, 90 damage, which may not sound like a lot, but one Vulcan can bring you win or a loss. And at the end of the battle, well, you can see the score deficit, you could see the aggression, you could see how the front line held together really well. We had an exceptionally powerful team.
Nice work.
4 out of 5 units could be easily A tier to S tier. And the Narrative C-Packs once again performing better than most people would like to admit. And this was a match where I was constantly there. I didn't get that much, on the score of divergence, but we did what we had to do. We got our rival Wigan, we got our everything, and this once again proves why the Narrative C-Packs is one of the better units out there. I hope that you enjoyed my little TED Talk. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you enjoyed the action. I hope that I didn't bore you out of your mind with just mostly rambling on about stats. The only thing that you need to know is that everything is possible, and for that reason, we're gonna really quickly thank our Patreons, and then we're gonna head out, and we'll meet again in the battlefield. Have an absolutely wonderful day, and may RN Jesus, aka our rolls, bless you tonight. Have a great day.